All right, hello. We are doing something special tonight. It's a Wednesday, so we don't usually stream tonight. And so we don't have our normal sort of group. And so instead, we're going to do a demo night, which I always love these, if I'm being completely honest. It's a lot of fun, and I kind of get to try something new. So we're going to do Emio, the Smiling Man from Famicom Detective Club. And yeah. If you've never watched us before, my name is Kels, and this is just going to be casual. Consider this like playing games with a friend on a couch. Let me know what you're thinking, and let's get started. I have no idea really anything about this game, so I am going in fairly blind. But let's try it. All right, let's begin our investigation. All right, everything's fictitious, obviously. How crazy would it be if there was like actually like coincidental stuff?
日差しも暖かく、思わず伸びや深呼吸をしたくなってしまうような。
Okay, we are going to need to change the settings though. As much as I am okay with the Japanese, I'm gonna guess that not everyone is. So, all right. It was a nice day. The kind of day where you want to take a deep breath and savor the moment. Good morning, Mr. Utsugi. I'm ready for my workday at the Utsugi Detective Agency.
Yeah, Ohio.
Ah, good morning. Good morning. Nice weather, isn't it? Maybe we should tidy up, open a window. He didn't object, so I went to open the window. That's when... Oh,
はい、宇津木探偵事務所です。
all right. Utsugi Detective Agency. Utsugi speaking. How can I help you?
はい、
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
はい、
Is
わかり
that
まし
right?
た。
I
今
understand.
から向かいます。
I'll be right there. I'm I'm having some issues because it's not like a one-to-one translation, obviously, and it's decent translation so far. But hearing it and then saying something different out loud, bilingual struggles. What's going on? Who was that?
カマさんから応援の依頼が入ったんだ。ちょうどいい。君も一緒に行こ
That was Kamada requesting our services. I'm heading to the scene and you're coming with me. Inspector Kamada called us? Yes, sir. All right, prologue, a face. I also don't know how long this demo is, so I guess we could be done after like half an hour. We'll find out. Probably not if I'm not talking over the dialogue, but we'll find out. All right, scene of the crime. Mr. Utsugi drove us to a drainage pump station in Kofuku City.
宇津木探偵事務所の方ですね。ご苦労様です。
You're from the Utsugi Detective Agency, right? Glad you could make it. Of course. All right, so we have options. We have ask and listen, we have think, and then we have save. I don't think I have anything to think about yet, so I guess we'll ask and listen. What's the situation?
ここで遺体が見つかったんだ。
Oh,
今朝、匿名の通報があったんだよ。
it's a body, I'm afraid. Got an anonymous tip this morning. Should I think about that, I guess? Where's Mr. Utsugi? I could use some help with this guy. Oh, I can call. Okay, let's call Mr. Utsugi. Mr. Utsugi's over there talking to the police. Let's just listen to what people have to say for now. Okay. We'll ask and listen
男
again.
子中学生の遺体だったんだ。
Oh,
子供が被害に遭う事件は
poor thing.
やりきれんよ。
The victim was young. I'd say middle school. You never get used to this sort of thing. Alright, so now we have other things we can ask about. Let's ask about the victim.
着ていた制服から地元の中学生だと見ているんだが、身元は現在紹介中だよ。
He's wearing a school uniform. Local junior high. Beyond that, we don't have a confirmed ID yet. All right. How about the cause of death?
絞殺による窒息死だ。
The victim was strangled, so asphyxiation. Oh God, of a middle schooler? Poor thing. All right, time of death.
夕べの9時頃だと考えられてるんだ。
Our best guess right now is around 9 o'clock last night. Okay, what was a middle schooler doing out that late? Any observations?
気づいたことね。何かあったかな。
Our observations so far? Let me think about that. Okay. Okay, so I don't have anything else to ask. Can I think of again? Let's listen for now. Oh. Okay. I guess I'll ask about the
詳
victim
細が
again.
わかるにはもう少し時間がかかるよ。
Okay, that's all we've got for now. Forensics is on it. Can I call for Mr. Utsugi? No, he's talking to another officer. Let's not interrupt him. Okay. Let's ask more questions. Cause of
紐
death?
状のもので首を絞められたようだね。
The victim could have been strangled with a rope or a cord, some kind of string.
被害者について話せるのはこれくらいかな。あのことを話していなかった。
I'm sorry, but that's all the info I have about that. Oh, but there was another observation. Okay. Let's ask for observations. Oh, well, what is it?
実は発見された時、被害者は異様な様子だったんだよ。
Well, it's not every day you find a body, let alone one that looks like this. What? I am so worried to find out what we're gonna see. Like what?
最初に見た時は正直ギョッとしたよ。あんな仏さんを見たのは初めてだからな。
Ugh, I get chills just thinking about it. Never seen anything like it before. So,
君もあの被害者を見たらきっと驚くよ。
I don't think I can describe it. You might just have to see for yourself. What does that mean? Okay, I don't know, but we now have a look and examine, so let's look and examine. Where? Oh, okay. Oh, I can actually just look at things. Let's look at our police officer.
なんだい？
What? Something on my uniform. Okay, well, how about we go look at the victim? Will you take me to see the victim?
それはどうだろうか。
I shouldn't have said anything.
でとはいえ、一般人に被害者を見せるのは不適切だとか世間がうるさいからね。
Do you have the right kind of clearance for that? I might need to check with someone. Okay.
でもまあ、君ならいいんじゃないかな。今回が初めてってわけでもないし。
On the other hand, I hate to bug them. You've done this before, right? You're letting me? Thanks, I appreciate your help.
今回はちょっと見るだけにしておいてくれよ。
Just, don't touch anything. Or anything like that. Okay. What kind of fucked up thing am I... Hey, what are you doing? Huh?
やじ馬を止めもしないで。
Hello,
どうな
ma'am.
ってるのこの現場は。
This is an active crime scene, officer. Your job is to keep the looky-loos out.
久世刑事、お疲れ様です。実はこの少年は
No, you don't understand. Detective Kuze, this guy is supposed to be here. I'll explain. Hi, my name's...
待って、そっちで話しましょう。
Hold that thought. Let's find somewhere else to talk. Okay. Fair, I guess.
で、誰なのあなた。
Alright. What did you say your name was? Alright, we are going to do a different name. We'll just do... Oh, there is no default. Let's see... Trying to remember what we have used for previous names. We are going to use... whenever you get requested of a name and all of a sudden, like, you've never heard a name ever in your life. You know what? I was just listening to Mamoru Miyano on Spotify, so let's do Mamo-chan. Mamoru. Oops. Not what I meant to hit. Oops. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, we'll do Mamoru. Please enter your last name. We will do... We're gonna be international pop sensation. Mamotang. Alright, let's do this. My name's Mamoru Miyano. I'm here with the Utsugi Detective Agency.
探偵
Wait, you're a PI?
その探偵が一体何の用なの
Who hired you? Well, you know what? Let's look at her. I don't know what I'm gonna find, but we're gonna look at her. This must be Detective Kuze. Seems like she takes crime scene security pretty seriously. Okay, well, that was not particularly helpful, but so
こっちが聞いてるの質問に答えなさい
it sounds like you're about to ask me a question, but you still haven't answered mine. Fair. Maybe.
聞いてるの
Sorry,
質問に答えてくれる
you're not getting out of this that easy. Answer the question. I don't know how to answer your question. Can I think about it? This detective seems pretty tense. I get the sense she's not happy about us being called in. Okay. Well. Can I think some more? She's so tense. I bet if I looked closely, I could see the stress on her face. Okay, can I look at her again? Let's look at her face. Wow.
クゼ君、ご苦労様。
Ah, Kuze. I see you've already met our friend here. Hello, sir. Oh, Inspector Kamada. Good to see you.
彼はわしが呼んだんじゃ。あ、それから。
You don't mind a little outside help on this one, do you?
こちらは私立探偵の宇津木さんじゃ。彼は宇津木さんの助手なんじゃよ。
This is Mr. Utsugi, a private detective. And this is his assistant, Mamoru Miyano. But, sir...
宇津木さんとは古い付き合いでな。ちょっと思うところがあって来てもらったのじゃが。
Utsugi and I go way back, don't we? It's just a shame we're reconnecting over such unpleasant business. Well, that's one way to say that, I guess.
はじめまして、宇津木です。お仕事の邪魔をして申し訳ありません。
It's a pleasure to meet you, Detective Kuze. I'm sorry to interrupt your good work here.
どうもクゼです
That's okay. It's nice to meet you too.
失礼ですが、どこかでお目にかかりませんでしたか？
Ooh, do we have a secret past? You know, it's the strangest thing, but I feel like we've met before.
いえ私立探偵に知り合いはおりません
I don't think so. I haven't worked with any PIs before.
鎌田警部私は現場に戻ります失礼します
In any case, I need to get back to the scene, Inspector Kamada. If you would excuse me. Sheesh. Alright. Let's chat.
まだ中
Talk about the victim.
かわいそうにの。
The poor kid was just in middle school. You hate to see it. Alright, how about Kuze?
驚いたじゃろ
She's surprisingly strict, no? But don't take it personally, Milo.
クゼ君は優秀なのじゃが少し真面目すぎるというか自他ともに対して厳しいところがあっての
Kuze's the best we've got, but she can be hard on the others. Herself, too.
申し訳ない気を悪くせんでくれ
Hope she didn't rub you the wrong way, kid. No, sir. This is a tough situation. I get it.
神あんた今何時だと思ってるのよ
Kami, you're late. Actually, I just realized something. I'm just going to turn the voice volume off. I don't know why this took me so long to remember that this exists. I'm just going to turn off the voices so I don't have to wait for them. Thinking. It's been a long day. Like a very long day. What's that? Ugh, here we go again. Alright, how about some observations? Sir, what did you mean when you said, "Here we go again"? I meant what I said. Uh... Sorry I'm late, partner. The traffic was bad and I forgot my briefcase, so I had to go back and... Have you been drinking? Ugh, you might be able to pull this with another partner, but not me. Oh, come on, give me a break. You know what? I can't really blame her. Ugh, what a mess. Yeesh, she's really ripping into him. Sorry about that, kid. Nothing to do with you. I'm feeling a bit sorry for the other detective. Let's go ahead and think. Didn't the first officer I spoke to say that the victim looked strange? Okay, can I ask about the victim again? Well, I heard that the state of this victim is slightly disturbing. You could say that. That's part of the reason I've called Mr. Utsugi. Huh. What would that have to do with Mr. Utsugi? Utsugi just looks completely unbothered, like completely moisturized. He's in his lane. He's vibing, feeling good at this crime scene where a middle schooler has died. Oh well. Anyway, I'm sure you'd like to get your eyes on him, and I'd take you right over, but I'm afraid that forensics is examining the body right now. It's been transferred. And, well, I'm not sure Detective Kuze would allow you two to get a look. Good old Kuze. Following police procedures to a T. Yeah. But look, here's what I can share with you. Oh! This is how he looked when we found him. Well, that's interesting. Oh. Let's wrap this up for now. You good with that, Mamoru? Yeah. I mean, yes, sir, Mr. Utsugi. I'm sorry you had to come all this way. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that my audio was still working since there's no background music. It's quite all right. Let's be in touch. All right, well, that's nice and disturbing. I'm very curious. It's like a little kid drew it. And I guess it was a middle schooler. Though that's a wild thing for a middle schooler to be wearing that late at night. Oh? Okay, no, keep away from her. Can you not? Well, that's a face that would give anyone nightmares. Alright, Emio, the Smiling Man. Famicom Detective Club. He's got his own little street sign. With children, that's probably not great. Alright, so I have a feeling kids are gonna factor pretty heavily into this one. Chapter 1. The Urban Legend. The Utsugi Detective Agency. Wasn't easy to look at the victim, was it? It never is, but yeah. Alright, let's talk to our boss. I assume he's our boss. Alright, the victim. We got a few more details. The victim's name was Eisuke Sasaki. He was just 15, still in middle school. As you heard, the official cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation. The police suspect homicide. Yeah, probably a good bet. Out in the middle of nowhere. There were no signs of a struggle, which points to a surprise attack, or someone the victim knew. That's just me speculating, though. In any case, what I'm most concerned about at this point is that paper bag. Right. What do you think it means? The thing is, I've seen it before. It must have been 18 years ago now. We had a rash of cases like this one. Victims found with paper bags on their heads? Exactly that. It's not something I thought I'd ever see again. All right, let's ask about the murders from 18 years ago. It was 18 years ago, Kofuku City. We had multiple victims, all young girls. Oh, that's not great. I mean, obviously that's not great, but oh, all girls. Anything else you want to share with me? Let's see. I believe we had 3 victims, all girls between the ages of 13 and 19. Oh. And the killer used bare hands, manual strangulation. When we found them, they all had paper bags over their heads with smiling faces drawn on them. Oh! We couldn't establish any connection between the victims. They were all just around the same age. And I'm sorry to say, we never solved the case. Their killer is still out there. So, we could be looking at... Yeah, it could be the same person. Oh, man. 3 teenage girls strangled to death by hand. What a nightmare. Kind of weirdo freak, I don't know. Alright, what do you got? It's a lot to take in, I know. But do you have any thoughts on the case so far? I don't know, let's think about it. It doesn't quite add up. 3 female victims 18 years ago. And now a middle school boy? Poor Eisuke Sasaki. You know what? I'm gonna look at my boss. I should probably stay focused on what Mr. Utsugi has to say for now. I mean, he's cute, so, you know. Alright, do I have an observation? Yeah, he doesn't match. Okay, let's ask more about the victim then. It doesn't quite add up. Why would a serial killer who targeted girls 18 years ago come back? And target a boy, Eisuke Sasaki? Yeah, I'm asking myself the same question. We have to consider the possibility that the previous victims all being female was a coincidence. We always look for a pattern, but we could be overthinking it. I wish we had a little more to work with. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's a connection. I trust you've been keeping good notes. You never know when a seemingly trivial detail will make all the difference. Any important information you gather will automatically be recorded in your notebook. To open and review your notes, move the cursor to Open Notebook and press the A button. Why don't you open up your notebook right now? Let me see if you got everything. Okay, let's open the notebook. Alright, so Eisuke Sasaki, 15 years old, junior high student. A student at Minami Daisan Junior High. The apparent victim of a murder, his body was found at a pump station in Kofuku City. Eisuke's cause of death was asphyxiation due to strangulation. It appears he was choked with a rope-like object. His estimated time of death was 9 p.m. A paper bag with a smile drawn on it was found on the victim's head. Let's see. The condition of Eisuke's body was similar to the victims of serial murders of girls 18 years ago in Kofuku City. Alright, then we have Kimiharu Kamada, 55 years old, an inspector. Inspector Kamada is lead on the Eisuke Sasaki case. He's apparently known Utsugi for a long time. Junko Kuze, 26 years old, detective. Oh, she's young. She's very young. Junko Kuze is a detective working on the Eisuke Sasaki case. Shunsuke Utsugi, 40 years old, a private investigator. Director of the Utsugi Detective Agency. He's known Inspector Kamada from the police force for a long time. 26 years old. Okay, so if the case was 18 years ago, she would have been 8 at the time? Wonder if she's related to one of the original victims, maybe? Me, 19 years old. I'm an assistant detective. I don't know that an assistant detective works at all, but that's okay. Alright. I don't know. Maybe it is significant that we now have a male victim. All right, let's think about this. Was there something else that he said that I'm missing? I don't know. Let's ask him some more. Huh? That must be Ayumi. Hi, guys. I thought I remembered her. We played part of the first game, on a stream without any commentary, and I do remember her. So, hey, Ayumi. Am I interrupting something? You both look so serious. Just a dead kid. Utsuki and I told Ayumi everything we knew. You're joking, right? That's an urban legend. Haven't you heard of Emio? You know, the smiling man? The smiling man? All right, well, let's ask about it. Tell me about the smiling man, Ayumi. You might also hear him called Emio, a name that uses the characters for smile and man. And it's an urban legend. Well, the story goes that a man wearing a paper bag with a smiley face on it appears in front of a crying girl. A paper bag with a smiley face on it. Are you serious? Yes, of course. Well, this is nice and creepy, because I assumed we didn't tell her about it. So, like I said, the smiling man appears in front of a crying girl with a paper bag on his head, and he says, "Aw, you look sad, but you don't have to cry anymore. After all, I can give you a smile that will last forever." And they always find the victim afterward with a paper bag on her head, just like the smiling man wore. Wow. So I wonder, like, is Emil just the sort of logical conclusion to this society or this community being freaked out about this serial murder that happened 18 years ago? It's now an urban legend? Because that's kind of cool. Anyway, that's the most common version of the story. Okay. What else? You said that's the most common version of the story. What are some other versions? Well, some say that if you stop crying and smile at the smiling man, he'll walk away instead of killing you. But I've also heard that if you look directly at his face, he's definitely going to kill you. So, smile and he walks away. Look at his face and he kills you. Got it. It's always a crying girl, though. All versions agree on that part. Huh. So, the thing about urban legends is that they're not all legends. Some of them hold a kernel of truth. For now, I'm treating this as valuable information. I'd say we have a lot of work to do. Let's split up and get to it. Oh, but first, I'd like you to take these presents. Are those cell phones? Cool. I wonder what year is this set? Please be in touch if there are any developments. Go on, take them. Okay. Mine now. Like, this looks like early 2000s cell phones, you know, the, like, actual bricks you got. Thanks. I'll keep it close by. Yes, thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go follow up on something. I'd like both of you to work together and decide the best way to split up your research. Understood? Yes, sir. Understood. Got it. See you later, sir. Okay, how old is Ayumi? I need to know, like, did this 40-year-old man just leave two teenagers in charge? All right, so we got new information about the Smiling Man. Emio the Smiling Man is a famous urban legend. Supposedly, the Smiling Man appears in front of crying girls with a paper bag on his head with a smiling face drawn on it. He tells the girls that they don't have to cry anymore because he will give them a permanent smile, and then he kills them. The story goes that the Smiling Man leaves his victims where they were killed with the same kind of paper bag on their heads that he wears. The Smiling Man is eerily reminiscent of the real series of murders that took place 18 years ago. Some say that if you laugh when you meet him, the Smiling Man won't kill you. Others say that if you see his face, he will kill you. All right. Yeah, Ayumi Tachibana, 19 years old. Sir, so we have a 40-year-old man with 2 teenagers that he's just given us cell phones and went, you know what, go catch a murderer. I love it. All right. Anything else? So, how do you want to tackle this, Ayumi? I think we should start by reviewing our notes and seeing if there's anything we can deduce. Good plan. All right, well, ooh, we have a review button. So, we have a victim, Eisuke Sasaki, discovered this morning. All right, so based on what we know, I suspect suicide or homicide. We're going to go with homicide. I think I probably agree with the cops for the first time on this. Based on what we know so far, I suspect homicide. I think you're right. Now, Eisuke was wearing a paper bag with a smile on it when he was found. And there's a certain similarity. It's just like the Smiling Man urban legend, or it's just like the real life case of the Smiling Man. I mean, it's both and neither, right? Because one is kind of influencing the other. But it's also not just like either one, because this is a teenage boy instead of a teenage girl. We're going to go with it's like the real life case of the Smiling Man. We might be wrong here. It's like the real life case of the Smiling Man. You mean the urban legend? Okay, well, yeah, of course. Okay. I guess the Smiling Man isn't a real person. I mean, he was. I assume girls weren't killing themselves and putting paper bags over their heads. I don't know. But what if the urban legend is based on the actual murders that took place 18 years ago in Kofuka City? It's possible a horrible incident like that could have spawned such a morbid story, right? Still, we need to establish some sort of connection. The victim was a boy, right? That's right. And all 3 victims in the older cases were girls, according to Mr. Utsugi. Yeah, it doesn't seem likely that was only a coincidence. It's probably relevant. That poor kid Eisuke, covered in one of those horrible paper bags. Yeah. Was there anything else on your mind? I don't know, let's think about it. What am I missing? Oh, I should mention that we met the detective assigned to the case. Her name's Kuze. Utsuki seemed to recognize her from somewhere. Has Mr. Utsugi worked with her before? I'm not sure. I didn't ask. Huh. Well, where do we go from here? I don't know, let's think about it. Great question. Wish I had the answer. Well, maybe it's worth checking in with the police again. Forensics could have dug something up by now. Good idea. If it's all right with you, I think I'll try to find out more about the victim. Poor guy. That would be helpful, thanks. All right, let's go travel to the police station. The little shoe, it's so cute. All right, see you later. Good luck. I don't think we're ready for that yet, but if we keep working together, maybe one day. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm off. See you later. I don't know what we were talking about there, but maybe someday. All right, we're at the police station. Let's see if Forensics has anything for us. I wonder if Inspector Kamada is even here. I don't know. Let's listen. I should try talking to someone nearby. Okay, let's engage then with the people nearby. I'll see if one of these officers can help. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but can you help me out? Hello, sir. How can I help? All right, let's ask. Do you know if the inspector is available? You must mean Inspector Kamada, right? Oh, yes. Sorry about that. Actually, where do I know you from? Haven't we met before? I don't know, let's think about it. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. She seems to think she recognizes my face. I don't know. You're so familiar, but... If we look at her, can we remember her? She's... It's you! Yes, that's me! And you are... With the Utsugi Detective Agency, that's right. I'm sorry, you looked familiar, but I don't remember your name. Oh, that's all right. I'm Mamoru Miyano. Of course! Great to see you, Mamoru. It's been a while. Did you transfer to this precinct? I mean, I should have recognized you right away. I suppose it was the glasses that threw me off. I feel like we have the same glasses. It's cute. I love that. Oh, right. I usually wear contacts. And yeah, I transferred here a while back. I remember her being a pretty sharp investigator. Oh, right. Inspector Kamada did mention that someone might be stopping by. I suppose that's you. I'll go see if he's available. Is she on the recruitment poster behind them? Maybe that's not a recruitment poster, I think. I don't know, they've covered up the bottom. Well, well, is this the supposed PI? Who's this? Oh, it's the guy Kuze was yelling at this morning. Just kidding, buddy. But, Inspector Kamada's busy right now, so I've been assigned to help you out. The name's Daisuke Kamihara. The Daisuke Kamihara. You can call me Dice if you want. Most people want. Okay, I already don't like this guy. I know I'm supposed to feel bad because he was getting reamed by Kuze earlier, but... Nah. I actually don't. Okay, well, I'm Mamoru Miyano. I'm with the Utsugi Detective Agency. Alright, let's ask. Let me use my brilliant intuition to deduce why you're here. Scoping out that murder, right? That's right. Normally we'd give your team a little more space, but the case is already so unusual. Don't even sweat it. I'm your guy. Hit me up. I'll tell you anything, and I mean anything. I meant about the victim. Although, sure, I'll take personal questions too. Are you flirting with me? Did I just miss that you were flirting with me? Either you have negative riz or I'm losing my touch. Why is he like this? Sorry to jump in, but you're going to need to take this conversation somewhere else. Ugh, fine. We can follow procedure if you insist. Thank you so much. Right this way, boy detective. To the fabulous interrogation chamber. Is this guy for real? And really? Boy detective? Well, maybe I can get something useful. I don't know. Cute nickname. Right? Help yourself. Oh, thanks. I could use some tea. Yeah, enjoy it, bro. She never makes fresh tea for me. Gee, wonder why. Right. I'm gonna look at the tea that she made me. The tea that that officer made smells terrific. Of course it does. I love her. I know nothing about her because I don't know who she is because we've not played any of the previous games, but I love her. Dude, my eyes are up here. I think this guy is flirting with me. So, about the case. Right, right. Not like you came here for tea, huh? Right? Am I right? Fine. Where do you want to start? Alright, let's talk about the victim first. You already have a few details, right? The victim's name and age? That's right. His name's Eisuke Sasaki. He was only 15 years old. We're only like 4 years older than this poor kid. I visited the scene this morning. Yeah, I saw you there. And I saw you there, getting verbally spanked by Detective Kuze in front of everyone. Alright, he seems like he'd be okay with talking about spanking. Let's move that. Let's not go there. Look, I act brash, but I am pretty torn up about that kid. All right, how about time of death? They're telling us it was around 9 p.m. last night. At that time, it would have been pitch black out there. No streetlights at all. Great murder spot, obviously. We still don't know why the kid would have been out there at that time, of course. Why do you say of course? You're the police. I kind of expected you to, I don't know, do something. Alright, how about the scene of the crime? We found the body at the pumping station. Deserted location, you know, you were there. I think it was one of those early morning joggers that found it. Joggers, always finding bodies. Okay. Weird. This is a weird tone to have with someone talking about a horrific murder. We still have no idea what the kid was doing out there at that time of night. But we haven't ruled out that someone driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. Okay. Any more observations? I mean, it's crazy, right? Would I have gone out there as a middle schooler at that hour? Probably not. Ugh, this whole thing is depressing. Okay, well, thank you. Let's think about this. I should keep listening to Detective Kamihara. Do I have to? Okay, let's go back to time of death. It was around 9 p.m. last night. Okay, nothing new. I mean, you saw the place. Dirty old pump station tucked in the trees. Yep. What could that kid have been doing out there? Okay, how about the victim? As you know, the victim had a paper bag over his head when we found him. Not just any paper bag, right? It had a smiley face on it. Yeah, it was creepy as hell, man. And the bag was all dank and old, too. Ugh, I'd die. I mean, the kid was dead, so bad joke, but... What do you mean by dank and old? Forensics is taking a look now. I don't know, it just looked gross to me. But we'll see what they find. Okay, anything else that you want to tell me about it? Yeah, so did you hear that there were some murders like this a while back? I did. You're talking about the young girls who were killed 18 years ago. Yeah, it's like you already know everything. That's our boy detective. Okay, I liked the cute nickname last time. This one, knock it off. This guy keeps pushing that button. So, I guess you already knew that those victims had paper bags with smiley faces too, Mr. Smarty Pants. Thought so. Anyway, that's obviously going to figure into the investigation. Right. Well, it's a complicated case. So, riddle me this, boy detective. All those victims were girls, and serial killers love their patterns. But our victim is a boy. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But there's another major difference between those victims and ours that I bet you haven't thought of. Care to hazard a guess? Well... Okay, so the current victim is a different age. I don't think so, because I think the last ones were like between 13 and 19, if I remember correctly. Because I sat there and went, hopefully it's not some like weird sexual thing. They were strangled differently. Yeah, it was manual strangulation. That's right. And our victim was strangled with a cord. We'll go with that. They were strangled differently. They were strangled differently. Survey says... You're right. Huh. Maybe you are a full-grown detective after all. Okay, I don't like this man. The victim could have been strangled with rope or a cord, some kind of string. The previous victims were killed barehanded, but Eisuke Sasaki was strangled with a rope or string. Ding, ding, ding! There was no murder weapon 18 years ago. Pretty big difference if you ask me. Okay, let's talk about Eisuke's case. We're obviously going to be taking everything into account, including those murders from 18 years ago. Okay, well, let's talk about it then. You want to talk about 18 years ago, huh? Why? Were you even alive at that time? I mean, technically, I was 1 year old. I knew you were a baby, and here you are, a full-fledged private investigator. Maybe I should have been a PI. Must be cool to not have to play by the rules. A certain someone wouldn't be breathing down my neck all the time. Hey, I'm serious. You think your boss would take me on? No. All right, how about we actually talk about the murders from 18 years ago? Wait, do you remember anything about that case from 18 years ago? Yep, I was in elementary school and it was all over the news. The victims weren't much older than me. I wasn't worried about it, but the school and everyone's parents sure were. They made us walk to school in groups and they had a whole neighborhood watch thing going. It was like we were in a parade. Ridiculous. Really? No, not really. It's called a metaphor. Try to keep up. Anyway, every day we'd gather in the gym to make sure we were all there. Sometimes one kid would be missing. Boy, did that cause a panic. Well, sure. Yeah, sometimes it was me. I could hear them all yelling out for me and scrambling everywhere looking. Sounds super annoying. Of course, some parents would just pick their kids up from school to avoid it all. When I think back, I guess I was pretty sheltered. Sorry to all the teachers I annoyed. Anyway, since all the kids were safely inside before sundown, I guess we didn't give the killer anyone to kill. Weird joke to make, but okay. Maybe I should workshop that joke. Yeah, maybe you should. Yeah. Alright, I guess let's ask for some observations. You know, I really don't remember the whole paper bag part of the story. Oh? Yeah, I mean, it's been 18 years. I guess I just forgot. But it was pretty shocking. How could I forget that? Let's think about that. If he was in elementary school 18 years ago, how old is he? Paper bags? Really? I feel like I would remember that. Okay. I wonder how old he is. Do I just need to look at him? Let's look at his eyes this time. He looks like an experienced detective. Maybe a bit young, but still. He's a real oddball. I wonder if he's heard the Smiling Man urban legend. I'd say he's old enough to have heard it. I mean, our assistant, Ayumi, heard it, and she's our age. Alright, let's ask about the Smiling Man. Detective Kamihara, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? Did you say the Smiling Man? I did. You know, like a man who's smiling. They call him Emio sometimes. I don't know. What's the story behind it? I explained the whole thing to Detective Kamihara just the way Ayumi explained it to me. Nice and creepy. Whoa! I see what you mean about the similarities between that story and this case. Is there any connection? Couldn't just be a coincidence, could it? Did I sound like I was deducing something awesome just then? I did, right? Maybe. I guess. I totally did! Anyway, joking aside, that's definitely something to think about. So, thanks for sharing. Well, that's not helpful. Yeah, the Smiling Man legend is pretty similar to this case and to the murders from 18 years ago. Urban legends, man. Okay, can I think about anything else? Hard to pin down what he might be thinking. Let's ask more. Okay, not about that then. He is thinking very hard about who knows. What happens if I look at him? Why is he staring at me like that? So intensely. He might have an observation to share. Maybe he's more of a detective than I've given him credit for. Is he? You know, now that I think about it, there's one other thing we haven't considered. Go on. Why? I just look so intense right there. Well, it's just... The officer who was just here? Seems like she kind of liked you, didn't it? Ugh, I'm jealous. Yeah, he did not let me down. My expectations were already on the floor. Um, she's hot, right? Ugh, a woman that hot and she wears a police uniform? Now that's a legend. Oh boy. I'm so glad she transferred to this division. It's like destiny. Oh, please don't hit on her. I like her. She deserves better. Um, wow. And that's why they call me Dice. I sure am a lucky bastard, I tell ya. Cummy? Well, oh, hi there, ma'am. Didn't see you there. Ma'am? What's that supposed to mean? What are you two blathering about? Do your job. We've got a murder to solve. No, it's not what you think. I mean, maybe it is. This guy sure won't shut up about how hot our coworker is. Fuck you, man. He's all, ooh, and the uniform is the piece de resistance. What? Anyway, I'll get back to work. Toodles. Have fun, buddy. He's leaving? Just like that? Oh, we're gonna die. Ugh, sorry about that. Anyway, sorry about this morning as well. Oh, okay. I guess I haven't even really introduced myself. I'm Detective Kuze, Junko Kuze, Investigation Division 1. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm from the Utsugi Detective Agency, Mamoru Miyano. Sorry to bother you this morning. No, it's my fault. I didn't realize the inspector had called you guys in. It's no problem at all. That said, don't get in my way. Understand? Oh, right. Of course. You know, if he's too friendly and she's not friendly enough, if they could just merge somehow, even that out, like, that would be great. Let's look at her. How you doing today, Cosette? She said she was sorry, but it didn't sound like she really meant it. So, sorry, I have work to do. Excuse me. Okay, bye. And she's gone. Alright, well, let's go ahead and go. Maybe I should ask if Inspector Kamada is still busy, just in case. So, all done talking to Detective Kuze yet? Figures. She's probably off looking for me. Anyway, see you later. See ya. Unfortunately, probably later. Ugh, poor guy is clueless. So, were you able to get some info from Detective Kamihara? Yeah, more or less. Let's talk to her. I was wondering if Inspector Kamada is available. I'm sorry, but I'm told his meeting is running long. I see. Maybe I should come back tomorrow. Let's ask about Kamihara. I've worked with a lot of detectives, but that one... Well, he's something special. You've grown up a bit, haven't you? Aww. Maybe we like her. Let's come back tomorrow. Why can't we flirt more with the cute police officer? If you'll excuse me, I should head out. Please give Inspector Kamada my thanks for his help. Sounds good. Safe travels. All right, back to our detective agency. Let's see if Ayumi uncovered anything. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Mamoru. Welcome back. So, how did it go today? Well, I went to the precinct to see what I could find out. But Inspector Kamada was in a meeting all day, so I spoke with Detective Kamihara instead. Is that so? Well, thanks for tracking someone down. Ayumi, what about you? Sure. Well, I went to see the victim's family. The Sasaki family was very nice and welcoming. I felt like it was a good family home. And considering their terrible loss, they were so generous with their help. They really want to know what happened. It's just senseless, you know? Eisuke wasn't in any sort of trouble. He was just a regular kid. It's just... Just what?
Well, his family said that when he came home that night, he locked himself in his room. They said he'd never done anything like that before. They weren't sure what it was all about. He wasn't responding, so they were about to try and lock in the door, but at around 8 p.m., his mother heard a noise at the front door. She went to check, and it was Eisuke, still wearing his school uniform, holding a telephone receiver. So he hadn't been in his room after all. He dropped the phone in surprise when he noticed her. Then he locked himself in his room for real.
Weird. Definitely not acting normal.
I wonder who he was talking to. Yeah, great question. His family didn't know. Anyhow, it seems as if he snuck out again after that without his family noticing. And that's all I have for now. I'll keep digging.
What in the world happened to this poor kid? You know, I've been digging into the cold case from 18 years ago a bit more, and I'm concerned. You see, the police never made all the details public, in particular, the use of paper bags. Oh, so that's why Detective Kamihara didn't remember anything about it. Do you know why they withheld that information? Well, I have an idea, but it would be better to speak to Kamada himself about it. I understand. Regardless of the reason why, if the police didn't release those details at the time, then it seems a bit of a stretch to assume that the case is connected to the Smiling Man urban legend. But the legend almost has to be connected to the current case, doesn't it? In some way? Well, I do think I need to fully understand the urban legend if I'm going to solve the case. You specifically? Well, yes. I'm fascinated by the case of the Smiling Man, and I want to take a deeper dive into it. Now then, I'd like to have the two of you review what you learned from today's research.
You got it. Shall we, Mamoru?
All right, let's review. So we have a victim, Eisuke Sasaki, who was found with a paper bag on his head with a smiley face on it. A series of similar crimes took place 18 years ago.
Look at us.
We look so professional. 18 years ago.
Yes, that's right.
Precisely. Yay, Dad said good. The case from 18 years ago involved 3 murders, and the victims all had one thing in common. All of them were teenage girls. All of them were teenage girls.
It's so terrible to think about.
So the killer from 18 years ago was never caught, and the information about the paper bags was never made public. So only a handful of people know about it. The killer, the families of the victims, the police who were investigating, and whoever found the bodies.
What does it all add up to?
Do you have any thoughts based on the info you have so far? Well, I suppose what I can say at this stage is... Okay. I mean, that's true. I have no idea who killed Eisuke Sasaki. Something seemed off about X, or Aya got lucky and saw X. Okay, I can't think of anything that we got lucky and saw. Because, like, we didn't really see anything. We saw Kuze, but she didn't give us any information, so I don't know that that's anything we can say. Something seemed off. Something has seemed off about a lot of things. We spent how long talking to Kamihara, and there was definitely something wrong with him. But also, I truly have no idea who killed Eisuke Sasaki. So we're gonna go with that one. I have no idea who killed Eisuke.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to solve the case this quickly.
Sounds like that's a wrap on our investigation for the day.
It feels like comparing notes really helped. We're working together well.
I agree. I'm counting on both of you. All right, let's split up and continue the investigation tomorrow.
I'll head to Eisuke's middle school and see what I can learn.
I think I'll see what else I can get from the police. Excellent. Good luck out there. All right. That seemed easy enough. Chapter 2, Disappearance. Oh, that's probably not a good sign. Guess we'll find out what that's about. All right, police station. Back to the police. Thanks for taking the time to meet, Inspector Kamada. Oh, Miyano? Sorry I wasn't available yesterday when you stopped by. It's all right. You're incredibly busy. But if you have a few minutes now... Yes, of course. You can ask me anything. But let's head to the back room first. Sounds good. So, what's the latest on the investigation? Any more info on the victim? Well, I'm afraid we don't have much new info. But forensics is still taking a look at that paper bag. How long do they need to inspect a paper bag? I heard that the paper bag itself seemed like it might have been old. Is that true? I really can't say that until we get the results, but we'll know soon enough. Okay. Anything else? We're waiting on the results from forensics about how old the paper bag is. Nope, nothing else. This is just a difficult case. Okay. Let's look at him. Why not? How you doing today, Mr. Kamada? Inspector? Is that my imagination? Or is he oddly familiar? Do I know him? Do I not know him? Apparently not. Let's think. So they still don't know how old that paper bag is. Let's find out why they didn't tell anyone about it 18 years ago. All right, here we go. Word is from 18 years ago. I understand that you kept the paper bag a secret in the previous case. Is that right? That's right. I was in charge of the investigation, and it was my call. I see. And we had good reason. It was a big scandal anyway, but if all the bizarre details had leaked, well, just seemed best not to rile folks up about details. Could have slowed down our investigation. Trying not to rile folks up. Like I said, we kept details secret. Don't need people freaking out and slowing down the investigation. And that seems weird to me. I don't know why. Alright, let's keep asking. Alright. This is just a difficult case. Yeah. I showed you the photo of the victim with the paper bag, right? If that got out to the public, there's a chance someone would try to copy it. Yeah, that was more what I was expecting. My understanding is we never caught the killer who committed those crimes 18 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, it still haunts me to this day. Hell, since the cat's out of the bag, let me share a few other shameful secrets with you. Please, go on. Well, in addition to the 3 tragic unsolved murders, mind you, we worked that case hard. I didn't want to see any more lives lost on my watch. But something else slipped through our fingers. Uh-oh. Oh? Yeah, we had a missing person. A young boy. Oh. Ah. Okay, that seems important. His name was Makoto Kuze. I was right, I think. I assume our detective has something to do with that. Kuze, you said. Makoto Kuze? So are you saying... Yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking. He's Detective Kuze's older brother. 6 years older. He was 14 when he just disappeared. I personally suspect that he was murdered by the same person. It was a tremendous blow to my team. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really feeling bad for you and your team when I found out that your main detective on this lost her brother 18 years ago. Fortunately, we never did find another victim in a paper bag like that. Until now. Unfortunately, we never found poor Makoto either. To this day, he's considered a missing person. But I think it's possible, even likely, there's a connection. Okay. It certainly is strange. For some reason, after the disappearance of Makoto Kuze, the serial murders of young girls stopped. Oh. We're not sure why, but fortunately we haven't seen that sort of crime since then. All right. Let's get our gray matter involved on this. All right, never mind. Our gray matter says we need to ask more questions. For the record, there have been no new murder victims like this since Makoto Kuze went missing. Oh, there's another thing I should mention. Just another dead person missing. We had a suspect at the time, but he disappeared shortly after the first murder. Right after the first murder? Yeah, so there were 2 disappearances back then surrounding our case. It feels like everything is connected, but we still have a few missing pieces, you know? Okay, that seems important. Do you have any more info about the man who went missing? I suppose so. Turns out that he knew the first victim from the serial girl murder case. They had apparently been meeting up frequently. Anyhow, the same day the body of the first victim was found, we found a disturbing amount of blood in the man's apartment. Okay. Seems like a good reason to think he's a victim. Oh. We thought that perhaps the man was injured in some kind of altercation relating to the murder. It's also possible that he himself is the killer. But he's still missing, along with the truth. I'm afraid we weren't able to establish a connection between him and the series of murders. Okay. Anything more about him? The man's whereabouts and connection to the case both remain unknown. Okay, I kind of feel like maybe we should know his name too, but maybe not. Whoa. Sorry about that. It's a little dusty in here. Love that he's just got snot coming out of his nose. Attractive. See, these cold cases sit in files gathering dust over the years. 18 years is a lot of dust. Been sifting through the archives for any information that might help us out with this case. Hence, all the dust. Okay. Can you, I don't know, wipe your face? Can I inspect the snot? Should I tell him to grab a tissue for his nose? I still can't figure it out all these years later. Man's whereabouts and connection, still unknown. Could also be allergies. Who knows? Alright, let's think about this. So, there were 2 missing people involved in the case 18 years ago. One was a man who apparently knew the victim. They found blood in his apartment after he disappeared. And the other was Detective Kuze's brother. Makoto Kuze has been missing this whole time. I wonder if Inspector Kamada ever met Detective Kuze as a child. Actually, I'm wondering if that's why our boss, Utsugi, knows her. But that would be kind of weird for him to be able to tell her 18 years later, because I assume she looked very different that young. Hey, welcome back! You have missed quite a bit. Okay, so, I don't know if you watched any of the original Famicom Detective Club, but we're basically PIs. We have been called into this murder scene. There was a teenage boy, middle school age, who was found at 9 p.m. at a pumping station, strangled with a cord, with a paper bag over his head. It has like a little smile thing. I think I can see my notebook. All right, so if you've not watched any of it, basically we're 19. We're PIs. We have a boss named Utsugi. It's not super relevant. Okay, where is Eisuke Sasaki? So this is our victim. Yeah, he was found 9 p.m. No one knows anything about why he was found here. Yeah, look, I had to make a name. Mamoru Miyano. I was listening to him on Spotify, and I could not think of a name off the top of my head. So yes, yes, the voice actor. I know him more as the singer, but so yes, this is our victim. This is all harkening back to a case 18 years ago, where 3 teenage girls were killed, strangled, manual strangulation, so with the hands. And then the killer just completely disappeared. created this whole urban legend about the smiling man, supposedly, about this dude that comes up to you and asks if you... where's the thing? Let's see. The smiling man. He tells the girls that they don't have to cry anymore because he will give them a permanent smile, and then he kills them. So, fun stuff. Urban legend has spawned, basically, we think, from this 18-year-old case that was never solved. Our boss, Utsugi, and this guy here is the detective that worked the original case. We also have, let's see, Junko Kuze is the main detective on it. We found out that her brother also disappeared in this case 18 years ago, but he was never found. The thought is he probably was abducted and is dead now, but we don't know. I literally did do the Marty McFly technique. I blanked, and you know what? Now we're a celebrity. Let's see. Her partner is Daisuke Kamihara. I hated him. Kind of all you need to know about him. He was a elementary school kid when the original 18 years ago case happened. Let's see. Anything else that you should know? That's pretty much it. So, this is the main detective from 18 years ago. So, now we're just trying to get more info on the case. The paper bag, we think, may have been old, but forensics has been taking like 2 days on this. Yeah, I hated that kid. Look, this man, I think he was trying to flirt with me, and it was bad. So, the man had no riz. And then tried to flirt with the police officer that served us tea, and I liked her because we have the same glasses. So, alright, let's ask him about Kuze, why not? I've known Detective Kuze since she was a kid, but I don't think she remembers me much from those years. She sure has grown up, though. She's tough and sharp as a tack. Great detective. Yeah? Just what? I think Kuze's working a bit too hard. I wonder why. Her brother that's 6 years older than her disappeared when she was 8 years old, and now this case is popping up that seems like a copycat kind of thing. Like, I wonder why she's working a bit too hard. Feels like she's tense all the time, always pushing. It's gotta be tough. A brother gone missing from a young age might be weighing on her. But what do I know? I'm no shrink. Yeah, apparently you can't put 2 and 2 together. There we go. Forensics is taking 2 days to examine a paper bag. This must be Strong Hearts team. Literally, why is it taking them so long? Alright, do you have any more observations, sir, other than it's dusty down in the archives? You do not. You're just gonna let that snot hang there. Okay, we still need to keep asking him questions, it looks like. Still can't figure it out all those years later, so I guess let's talk more about Kuze. Kuze's already on the Sasaki case, as you know. She's the best we've got, reliable, and always gives her all. Alright, let's ask about Eisuke's case now. Is it possible that Eisuke was killed by the same person who killed the others 18 years ago? Well, we can't rule it out, but we should also consider the possibility of a copycat. However, since certain details about the crime were never made public, a copycat is pretty unlikely. Then there's the matter of the victims. Why target girls then and a boy now? And there's one more critical difference. Do you know what it is? We've already talked to this one with Kamihara, where the victims were killed in a different manner because our kid was strangled with a cord or some sort of string something, and the girls in the original case were killed by hand. I remember this. So victims were killed in a different manner. The victims were killed in a different manner. That's right. You seem to have a pretty good handle on this case already. As you said, the serial murders were committed barehanded, while Eisuke was strangled with a cord. Of course, a killer could deviate from his modus operandi in the heat of the moment. We can't rule that out. And if we are chasing the same perp, he's now 18 years older than he was. Maybe his methods changed over time. I see. Now can I think? Do I have anything good to think about now?
So the paper bag might be the only common factor. It all seems like it's coming back to that smiling man urban legend. Come to think of it, has Inspector Kamada heard of the smiling man? Alright, yeah, let's ask him about the urban legend. Because I don't know if he... Like, the other detective hadn't heard of it. So... Which I don't know how. That's a good point. Yeah, you know, back in Danganronpa, the first thing that comes to mind is Byakuya intentionally aping the calling cards of Genocide Jack by getting details wrong just to screw with everyone. That is a possibility. We were trying to list out the number of people who would know about the paper bags from the original case because the police hadn't announced that in the previous case. So no one knew about the paper bag except for, like, obviously the killer, the victims' families, etc., etc. So the list is pretty small of who could do that. By the way, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? The Smiling Man? No, what the hell is that? Well, it relates to the paper bags you found on these victims. Paper bags with smiley faces on them. A man with such a bag on his head would appear in front of a crying girl and threaten to give her a smile forever. The victims are said to be found in the same type of paper bag with a crude smiley face drawn on. Are you serious? That's a real urban legend. Yeah. So I take it he has not heard of it. The smiling man thing. Sure does seem like those murders could have been the inspiration behind it. But you said that the information about the paper bags was never made public, right? That's right. It would have been irresponsible. But, you know, there are a lot of people at a crime scene. That paper bag thing could have leaked. I wouldn't rule out a connection. It could even be the reverse, that the killer was copying this legend. Ugh, this whole thing is such a mess. Well, it's getting late. I should get back to the investigation. I should probably excuse myself as well. Let's head to the scene of the crime so I can take a look at the spot where the body was found. But first, was there anything I forgot to ask? I don't know. Let's ask him. Okay, so we still can't figure out that. Anything about Kuze? There's just something about this case, though. She's heavily invested in it. I wonder why. I have to wonder if there's a connection to the cold case from 18 years ago. Probably is. Well, I think I'll be on my way now. Unless there's anything else you can share with me. Let's see. Now that you mention it, you did speak with Kamihara extensively yesterday, didn't you? Yes, you should fire him. Yes, that's right. I know Detective Kuze's taken this case personally, and that, well, might be putting a lot of pressure on him as her partner. Okay. Let's talk about Kamihara, I guess. What do you think about Kamihara? Odd duck, isn't he? Yeah, awful. To say the least. But, you know, he gets results. Kamihara's a pretty good detective after all. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though. Is he the killer? I need to know. There we go. And inside the paperback, there were these weird sumo stickers that only the wearer could see. Freaky. Look, maybe that was what killed them originally. I don't know how that would look like manual strangulation, but you never know. Well, you must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze. As in, not well. Yeah, she just kind of reamed him the first time that we met him. Kamihara sounds vaguely reminiscent of Kamui, and that sets off alarm bells. No, Kamihara... If Kamada is speaking correctly, Kamihara is one of those that he looks like an idiot and sounds like an idiot, but he's not actually as much of an idiot as he sounds like and looks like. So, that is yet to be seen, though. Yeah. She ripped into him again yesterday while I was here. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo. Yeah, believe it or not, Kamihara looks up to Kuze like a mentor. Meanwhile, Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings. Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze is really mellowed out. Credit where it's due. I think that's Kamihara's influence. Okay, I need to know. Because
Kuze's only like 26. Yeah, she's 26. Oh, he's 24. I thought he was much older. I can't do math, apparently. Alright, anything else you want to talk about, Kamihara? Opposites attract, right? Kuze and Kamihara make a good team. Okay, anything else? What's wrong? Oh, I just remembered something else about Detective Kuze. This is a weird thing that you're just gossiping with us about your people, but that's okay. Okay. You want to talk to us about it? No? Oh, wait, about Kuze. I forgot, I've got to... What is it? Is something funny? Oh, yeah, just a funny memory. It's about Kamihara. His aim was so bad on the shooting range. Kuze came to me directly and asked if I could ban him from carrying a firearm. I mean, if he's that bad of a shot, maybe you should. Maybe uncommon opinion here, but... Classic Kamihara. I suppose it's no laughing matter if you're out in the field with him, but... Huh. Well, that's that. Any more questions? I don't know. You got any more questions? Still can't believe Kuze came to me directly to ask if we could stop Kamihara from carrying a gun. Yeah, we probably should. Think I got everything we could from him. Let's get going. Okay, yeah, let's go to the scene of the crime. Yeah, she even started writing in her diary about his dictums or something. It was really funny reading her diary. Thank you so much for your time, Inspector Kamada. I should be on my way now. Sure thing. If you need anything else, just stop by. Can we say hi to our police officer lady? I will. Thank you. By the way, how old are you now, Miyano? I'm 19, sir. So you wouldn't have heard about those previous murders at the time they were committed? No, sir. Just trying to learn everything I can now. That's good. You need to immerse yourself to try to understand. I'm glad to hear you're approaching this investigation with the right attitude. And I'm hopeful that you'll bring an outsider's perspective to it. Might be the key to our solve. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Good. I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Where are you headed next, by the way? Well, I was wondering if I could take another look at the crime scene. Do you mind? I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Okay. Just pulling your leg, rookie. You're a part of Utsuki Detective Agency, so you get full access. I don't... Okay. Seems a little weird, but... Oh, thank you. Some locations may be taped off, but you can ignore that. Go ahead and investigate. Just, Yeah? Don't tell Kuze. Okay. Seems ominous. Is she gonna shoot me? I'm gonna, like, duck under some tape, and she's just gonna... Immediate shot. Yeah, either he's horribly unprofessional for spreading relationship gossip about these officers, or he knows more than he lets on and is trying to guide us to a certain conclusion. I think both is possible. Just kind of thinking, like, he's old friends with our boss. So, and we're not necessarily, like, under him. So this could just be, you know, like, him being unprofessional. I don't know. We'll find out. Here's the pump station where Eisuke Sasaki's body was found. I've got the green light from Inspector Kamada. Time to check it out. All right, in the pump station. The body was found around here. An early morning passerby saw him lying strangely on the ground and called the police. I'm sure that was a terrible shock. Why would anyone have passed by here? All right, let's look around. We have a fence. I think Eisuke's body was found in front of this fence. What a lonely place. I can't help but imagine him with that terrible paper bag on his head. I don't think I've seen his actual face yet. So, all right, we have a warning sign. There are warning signs here. One from the police and one from the water department. Okay. We have a bush. The bushes seem normal. No signs of trampling or anything knocked over. Oh, I think maybe that's Oh, I thought maybe that was the blood stain, but maybe not. Another bush. I don't see anything here that might be a clue. All right, let's take a look at the pump station. What's going on in here? I'm strangely intrigued. Okay, let's have a look around back. Seriously, what was a kid doing at a pump station in his school uniform at 9 p.m.? I didn't see anything out of place from the back of the pumping station, but there's a path leading up to the backside of the facility. So this isn't a dead end after all. I wonder if the person who found the body came through here as some kind of shortcut. I don't see anything else of interest. Still, it's pretty spooky. I almost feel like the smiling man is watching me from the shadows. Who could have come here and done such a terrible thing to Eisuke Sasaki? So our Eisuke Sasaki was acting weird. So it could have been prankster Adair. Like, apparently he shut himself in his room, except for then at 8 o'clock, he was using the phone near the entryway, and his mom saw him. So we know he was alive at 8 o'clock. And then when she saw him, he immediately went back to his room. So she said he seemed weird that night. Let's think. I don't think there are any more clues here. Let's take the bus back to the office. Okay. Time to go then. Glad I could take a look around. Let's see. The next bus is arriving in an hour? Oh no. It might be faster to walk back. Am I being abducted? Hey, oh boy, detective. Looks like you're working hard on our case. Thanks. Oh my god. Kuze, please come save me from the car. Oh, Detective Kamihara. I should actually be thanking you. Oh, please. Anyway, what's up? Notice anything new? If you found something different, maybe thanks to your private investigator mindset, please let me know. I'm afraid I didn't find much. Well, let me know if you do find something. Or if I can help in any way. Isn't he supposed to be one of the primary investigators? I'm on my way back to the station, but... Yeah. Okay, that seemed weird. And he's not going to tell me any more than that. Alright, let's ask about the case. How's the investigation going on your side? Ugh, I'm kind of stalled out. But don't worry about me, boy detective. Anyway, if I find anything, I'll share the info with... Oh, never mind. Huh? Is it Kuze in the car? Haven't you heard of confidentiality? I can't actually share more info with you. Well, now he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Alright. Have you noticed anything new here? Why is he staring at me so intensely? Well, boy detective? Yes? You got a haircut, didn't you? What? I didn't, but... Dang it. Usually that's what people are looking for when they ask if you've noticed something new. Oh boy. Let's look at him, see if we can figure out what his problem is. Seems like he's returning from an investigation. Nope, we can't. Detective Kuze. Let's look at the car, too. Is it a nice car? It's just Detective Kamihara's car. Is it an official police vehicle? Can I think about anything? Something seems off about him. Something always seems off about him. Not going to tell me anything about the case. Since you asked me about noticing things, there is something that I'm hoping you notice. Did he cut his hair? It looks exactly the same. Is he being even stranger than he was yesterday? Do I have to look at Kuze again? Detective Kuze. What? What is it? Okay, nope, that wasn't it. Okay, what do I have to do here? Detective Kamihara's car is parked here. Yep, that's correct. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Did you cut your hair? Is that what you wanted me to know? I wonder if he's always been this way. Are you waiting for a bus? You know they don't come by very often. There we go. I figured it out. You aren't a virgin anymore. Yeah, I look at the schedule. Ugh. I was actually just thinking how it would be faster to walk back to the office. Nah, you don't want to do that. You get all sweaty. Not a good look. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I'd give you a ride if I could. But, yeah. He just looks so nervous about her. Seems like he's fidgeting an awful lot and looking at his car. Alright. Is he really not going to... How many times do I have to look at Kuze? Ah, I see. Kami, we've got to go. Sorry, I'm getting called away. The bus doesn't come by often, does it? Can I ask for a ride? He approached me, but it seems like something's going on with him. I guess I shouldn't hold him up any longer. I think I'll just wait for the bus, but thanks for your concern. Gotcha. Well, take care then. See ya. Just leave me out here, all alone. Out in the middle of nowhere. What happens if I think? I guess there's no choice but to wait for the bus. How should I pass the time? Ooh, I can use my phone. I've not used my phone yet. Huh? Huh. The battery seems pretty low. Now that I think of it, I don't remember charging the phone last night. Maybe I'll wait until it's an emergency. I should have listened to Ayumi about this. Yeah. Can I shout out for Kamihara? Detective Kamihara! Please come back! Just kidding. Alright, how about Kuze? Can't you just come pick me up? As if I'd ever say that to her for real. Who should I call? Oh, I can call a cab. I'll just dial 104 to get the operator to connect me. Alright, let's use my phone. I'm so smart for thinking of this. Cell phones are amazing. Thank you, Mr. Utsugi. Oh, should I use it with my low battery? You know what? Fuck it. What kind of emergency am I going to run into? I didn't use it at all yesterday, so now's the time to use it. The battery can't just suddenly die, can it? Let's see. 1, 0. What? Oh. The battery's dead. Okay, well. That didn't work for me. Detective Kamihara is gone. It was good to hear all that backstory about him from Inspector Kamada. I know he can seem careless, but he's actually a fine detective. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though. You must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze, as in, not well. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo. Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings. Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze's really mellowed out. If he's sharing that about Kuze, maybe she's just as hard on him as she is on Detective Kamihara. It's about Kamihara. His aim was so bad on the shooting range. Kuze came to me directly and asked if I could ban him from carrying a firearm. I suppose it's no laughing matter if you're out in the field with him. I'm sure Kuze and Kamihara have a good working relationship. She does seem to be yelling at him every time I see them together, though. Maybe yelling is her love language. Still thinking, but hardly any time has passed. Let's listen. Ugh. Nope. Let's look around, maybe? Anything at the bus shelter? I think I'll just sit tight and wait. Okay, what about the schedule? There's only one bus per hour, and they stop running pretty early. I feel like I somehow screwed up not getting Kamihara to pick us up, take us home. Or I guess back to the office. I don't know if we have a home. I assume we do. Ugh, I don't know what to do. I think my phone's dead. The battery's dead. Let's just look around at my surroundings. This hour, it might be hard to find a taxi. I can't do anything. Ugh, I can't even use my cell phone. Guess I have to wait for the bus. Unless... I can't let this discourage me. There's got to be another way to call a taxi. Okay. How do I intend to do that? Yelling might be her love language. What year was this written? That might clue us into how much the narrative agrees with that sentence. I think this one is fairly recent. Like, I think they've rebooted this series, and this one came out earlier this year. Now, whether they created this way back when, who knows? I can do this, probably. Okay. Okay, let's call a cab. I'll just use my mysterious powers, close my eyes, and summon a taxi with my mind. I mean, it's worked before. That one time when I wished we'd have another sunny day. Is that the sound of a car approaching? I can feel it. I can feel it! Come on, universe, send a cab to a PI in need. Come on. Oh my god, it worked. Huh? Did I really summon a taxi? Hop in. You're heading to the station, yeah? What? Maybe I should think before I get in the cab. Come on, hop in. Okay. Okay, I thought really hard about that, apparently. Are you sure about this? Don't you have someone else to pick up or something? Huh? No, I'm here to pick you up. Me? Really? Okay, this seems like a weird thing. You're here to pick me up specifically? Yeah, boss called and said I had a fare out waiting at this bus stop. Huh. You're saying you didn't call me? I mean, no, not that I remember. Guess someone else arranged it for you. Was it Kuze? Does she love me, actually? Could it have been Detective Kamihara? Thank you for calling the cab for me, Dice. It was really helpful. Oh, hey. Yes, what is it? Did you know that the cops found a body not too far from where I picked you up? Yeah, I heard about that. Let's talk to the driver, okay. Sure, let's talk to him. I heard a rumor that the kid was killed somewhere around here the other night. Word travels fast. Yeah, something crazy like that, you know. People are gonna talk. I guess the kid was in middle school? Poor guy. Yeah. Makes me sick to think about it. Okay. Anything you know? Hell of a thing for a kid to get killed in a place like that, huh? I mean, maybe the killer figured they could count on the place to be deserted, you know? So what were you doing there anyway? Are you some kind of police detective or something? Not exactly. How can I put it? Come on, son, you look like you're in high school, aren't you? Hey. I drive past all the time for work, but I've never picked anyone up there. So I gotta ask, what were you up to? I just had some business to attend to. I see. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. He often drives by this area for work. You said you drive through this area often? Yeah, I do. I was actually out here the night before last, probably about 10 p.m. Oh. Yeah, love how no matter what the game is, our first instinct is to want to cuck someone who might be in a relationship. Of course it is. Look, that's just my first instinct. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't know why I said that. We haven't ruled out that someone driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. I forgot he said that. It was like the smartest thing he said that entire discussion. Maybe the driver saw something. Did you see anything noteworthy when you drove through this area the other night? Anything noteworthy? Yes, anything at all could help. Let me think. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there was something. Oh, right. I almost forgot. What? What is it? I saw a motorcycle parked there the other night. A motorcycle, huh? Let's ask about the motorcycle. I'm positive that I saw a motorcycle parked over there the other night. Around 10 p.m., I'm sure of it. Oh? Yeah, it was a nice looking bike. But, I'm guessing the rider was just, making a pit stop. A pit stop? Why there? Bathroom break, kid. You ever see a bike on the side of the road, the rider is probably taking a piss. He's pretty confident about this interpretation. I see it all the time. Nothing else to say except I'm dang sure the driver stopped there to pee. And everyone is going to know about that motorcycle the second we get out of this car, I'm sure of it. So there was a motorcycle parked at the crime scene around 10 p.m. on the night of the murder. It's concerning, to say the least. And if the killer was riding a motorcycle, then they must have killed Eisuke there. I can't imagine transporting a body on a motorcycle. I think it's most likely that Eisuke was killed at the pump station. But why was a motorcycle parked there? Alright, was it because they saw Eisuke's body, or it must be for some other reason? Okay, so 10 p.m., Eisuke's body would have been there. But why would you stop there? Like, why would you even look? I don't know. I'm kind of with the taxi driver, maybe. Maybe he just stopped to pee. Must be for some other reason. Must be for some other reason. Yeah, it has to be. It's pretty dark out there at night, so if a motorcyclist were just passing by, it seems unlikely that they'd notice Eisuke lying that far back from the road, especially because we know there's no streetlights over there. Plus, wasn't the person who called in the murder there in the early morning? Yeah, maybe the driver's right after all. Hey, so I gotta ask, why does it feel like I'm being interviewed by a detective? Yeah. I mean, you're in high school, right? Well, I'm actually in sort of a detective club. We like to investigate anything strange that happens in town. Why didn't I just tell him I'm a PI? Oh, well. Hey, that sounds kind of fun. Yeah, it's all fun and games. You didn't happen to see anything else the night before last, did you? I don't think so. I suppose it's not what you're looking for, but I do have a story if you want to hear it. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? It could be useful, right? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Well, you know how I told you that I got a call about a fare out at the bus stop? When they said there was a young man out there waiting for me, I got nervous. What? See, you'd be surprised how often we get calls from... Calls from who? I don't know, like phantom calls from another world. You show up and no one's there. It's creepy. Oh. You were hanging out near where that boy was murdered, right? So, yeah, if I'd gotten the call to pick you up at night, I might have just faked being sick or something. I know, it's kind of unprofessional. Oh. Anyway, thought you might want to know. Sorry if I wasted your time. Alright, let's get you where you're going. Sure. I mean, I can't really blame the dude. Yo, I'm going to Usio's house. You want to come? He's got Basilisk Quest 4, doesn't he? Heck yeah, I'm in. Let's slay some basilisks. Alright, Minami Daisan Junior High School. So this is where our victim went, I think. Middle school boys are so energetic. I'm here to talk to kids at Minami Daisan Junior High, where Eisuke Sasaki was a student. Wait up! I'm coming too. Why are you leaving without me? Yes, Dorakue reference. And yes, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. I like Dorakue, but I don't know if it's because I've got the childhood sort of association with it. I saw that the remake that they're doing for 1 and 2 actually got pretty decent scores the other day, so I might have to pick it up. What? Eh? So cute. Oh. Oh no. Please tell me that we're not getting hit on by a middle schooler. Excuse me, miss. Can I help you? What can Minami Daisan Junior High do for you? Oh, hello. Let's talk to him. Are you sure? Your friends left without you. Yeah, I'm okay. I should help people in need, right? I mean, that's what my mom says, and all my teachers. Is that so? Well, thank you. Not that I'm in need, necessarily. Let's examine him. Let's see what's up with him. I know this kid is in junior high, but he looks pretty young. Maybe it's his first year? I don't know. After a certain age, it feels like everyone's just young. He does not have any power over us. That is correct. Let's hear what he has to say. Okay, well, let's ask him then. Okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Are you sure you're okay with it? Yeah, ask me anything. I'll never say no to a nice woman. Okay. That's what my dad always says anyway. Anyway, I'm only in my first year here, but I know a lot. Ask away. First year? Well, you seem like you've got it figured out. Like I said, I'll never say no to a nice woman. Okay, well, all right, let's ask about Eisuke. Do you know what happened to Eisuke Sasaki? Yeah, they told us at yesterday's morning assembly. I was shocked. He's actually dead, isn't he? Well, I heard he's a third year, and that's all I know. Sorry. It's okay. Thanks for talking to me. Let's ask if he's got any observations. You're so cute, miss. Oh, come on. You're flattering me. No, you're super cute. Can I just think? His friends just went merrily on their way. Even though something terrible's happened, it pretty much feels like a normal day around here. I wonder what the mood of the school is overall. Well, let's ask him about it. So his dad is trying to raise him to hopefully be a gentleman. Yeah. He's raising him to be something. All right, let's ask about the school. I'm sorry if this is hard to talk about. No, it's not that. It's just... Ow! I bit my tongue. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. So, what did you want to ask? Have you noticed anything different or concerning at school since the incident with Eisuke Sasaki? Don't go out alone at night and stay away from the pump station. That's what the principal told us. I think everyone's leaving early today as well.
Also, I have a few friends who commute to school on the bus that stops near the pump station. They said they were going to start riding their bikes instead. I can see why. Be careful when you leave today. Oh, I will.
Okay, well.
And then, let's see. It's my first year here, so I don't know much about the school. Sorry.
Poor guy.
This kid seems like he's suddenly deflated.
Okay, well, I feel bad about that. Oh, maybe I should look at him and see why. Use the deductive reasoning skills.
Hey, so what? What's wrong? So I know I said I know a lot, but I don't actually know anything about Eisuke, or the school really. My dad's always telling me not to lie no matter who I'm talking to. I'm sorry, miss. Hey, you're being honest now. I appreciate it. Also, I did try to think of everything that I could about Eisuke, but the more I thought about it, the more scared I got. I started thinking about how even kids my age can die.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't make this kid question his mortality?
I started worrying that I might suddenly die, you know? It's so scary. Oh dear. I'm really sorry that my questions brought up these kinds of feelings for you. No, it's not your fault. Dude, what's taking so long? Hurry up. Yeah, hurry up if you're coming to Ushio's. We're the only one who know where he lives. Oh, right. First one there gets the first run in Basilisk quest. Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Who is that lady anyway? She was cute. Totally. Almost as cute as Saori.
No way. Saori's definitely cuter.
Bro, you got a crush on Saori. Big time. He's got it bad. Shut up. I'll fight you. Oh, junior high kids. I just can't relate. Maybe there are some other kids I can talk to. Oh, some girls are approaching. They don't look like first-year students. I should talk to them.
All right, let's engage with our female students. Hopefully, it's less uncomfortable.
Can we talk for a minute? My name's Ayumi, and I'm an assistant at the Utsugi Detective Agency. You're a detective? This must be about Eisuke. That's right. I'm working on his case. If you don't mind, I have a few questions. Whoa, like you're interrogating me or something? Sure, I'll tell you everything I know. Yeah, I hope this is okay.
Well, this is going to be an interesting question, and I can feel it already.
My friend and I were classmates with Eisuke. Oh, if they were in the same class, they might have some promising information. They announced that he died at the morning assembly yesterday. I couldn't believe my ears. Can I ask what kind of person Eisuke was? Yeah, he was always really positive and he had lots of friends, both boys and girls. He got good grades, he was kind. I just can't believe what happened. I'm so sorry to ask questions about this. I'm sure it's painful to think about. No, it's okay. I'm the class representative. I should be able to handle it. I'd be so shocked.
Okay, well, how about the school? Since you're the class rep?
Everyone in his class is still talking about it a lot. We're all in shock. I guess the kids in the younger grades might not be as affected. I mean, it varies from kid to kid. Right? Come on, don't be sad. I know it's hard right now.
Oh, poor girl.
I think this is just a normal school. Nothing special.
Okay.
Anyway, I could tell from the moment I saw you that you were special, miss. Oh. I mean, being a detective is so cool. Oh, you think so? You agree, don't you? Yeah, I guess.
That's so nice.
So, Eisuke was a bright, studious, and kind boy. Yeah, he was. Everyone liked him.
Did you notice anything different or unusual about his behavior recently?
Nothing in particular. He was acting normally, right? Yeah, he was. Business as usual.
Okay, well.
He was just acting like the usual Eisuke.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Can you think of anyone who was particularly close with Eisuke? I mean, he got along with everyone. He treated everyone like an equal. I wonder who it could be.
Okay. I thought
Oh, come to think of it.
Okay.
What, do you remember something else? Yeah, I'm thinking of Megumi from the class next door. Oh, Eisuke's good friend, right? They go way back. Miss, I bet she knows something. Talk to Megumi Morimoto.
Okay. Let's ask about her then.
What's Megumi like? Well, we're both class representatives, but for different classes, so I don't know her well. But she seems nice, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I think the girl on the left must be the more talkative of the two. I'd love to hear what the girl on the right has to say as well. How about you? Do you have anything you'd like to share? Me? We're here to help, Miss Detective. Come on, think. You should just go talk to Megumi herself. I'm sharp as a tack today. I wonder if Megumi's here.
I'm actually going to look at our quiet girl. Maybe.
She looks a little nervous. This kid seems like she's in high spirits. Go talk to Megumi herself, okay? Where is Megumi anyway? I guess this is where the class representative comes in. What I mean is, I'll go get her, miss.
Okay, bye.
Oh, hang on. She sure is energetic, huh? Yeah, sometimes a bit too energetic. I worry. But we have lots of fun together, so... Would it be alright if I ask you a few more questions? Okay.
Alright, let's ask her about Eisuke.
Eisuke was just like everyone says. Outgoing, friendly. He could light up any room on his own. When I think about the fact that he'll never sit in class with us again, it's just so sad. The teachers are definitely also in shock.
Okay, how about Megumi?
I don't know Megumi that well.
She did not have any ideas. Yeah, teachers are also definitely in shock.
Oh, But...
Seems like she wants to say something. Let's look at her maybe? Stare her down until she spills it? She looks a little nervous. Yep, she does. Guess we'll just keep asking about her.
Is it okay to say? Actually, I heard a rumor about one of Eisuke's friends. What kind of rumor? Well, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I just thought I'd keep it quiet. But if it helps you somehow... Yes, any info you have could be helpful. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so it's about a boy who was good friends with Eisuke.
Of course this is when she comes back.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, and I've got bad news. Megumi isn't here today. Sorry, miss. I see. Well, thanks for going out of your way to look for her. If anyone knows anything, it'd be her. What were you talking about while I was gone? Oh, just that rumor about Eisuke's friend. That rumor. Oh! Shh, not so loud.
Okay, let's ask about this rumor. Yeah, this seems to be more of the common mystery. Like, everyone loves him except for then you find out that someone wanted him dead. But I do love Murder on the Orient Express. It is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that rumor seems super important. You never disappoint. Nice work. Huh?
Aw.
His friend. Yes, that's right.
Okay. You want to tell me about his friend?
I don't think the whole school is talking about it or anything. Megumi's like really cute.
Okay.
It's probably not a big deal. Are you kidding? If I were a detective, I'd definitely want to hear the rumor. Okay, will someone please tell me this rumor? I have to ask. Can you share the super important rumor with me? Aren't you supposed to be the detective? So you should be able to figure it out without me even saying anything, right? No, that's not how this works.
Oh, but we're gonna play along. Wait, you're talking about that? Wait, you're talking about that thing?
What? How could you know? There's no way! So here's the scoop. Eisuke was friends with a boy named Kenji. But they both kind of had a crush on Megumi. At least that was the rumor. Oh? I think you mean Kohei, not Kenji. Kohei? Wait, do I have it wrong? Yeah. I always get Kenji and Kohei confused. Anyway, those two do look alike. But I can confirm that his name is Kohei Takiguchi. I see. Thank you very much. Oh no, it's almost time for cram school. Ugh, you're right. Good luck with the investigation, Miss Detective. Solve it for Eisuke. Thank you. I'll do my best. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. Glad we could help. Good luck.
Hey, kids. Be extra careful on the way home, okay? Don't go anywhere near the pump station. On the principal's orders. Even though someone will have to go near it at some point. We do need the pump station, I suppose.
Yeah, Basachi. See you later, Basachi. Basachi.
Glad you kids are well. Anyhow, nothing to be afraid of if we play it safe, right?
Of course, Mr. Fukuyama. See you.
How wonderful of you to use my real name. See y'all tomorrow.
Fukuyama. And his voice is so familiar.
Did he just sprint towards us? Oh, he's cute. Tachibana.
By any chance,
are you the Fukuyama I know from Naginata Club? That's me. Oh, I can't believe you remember me from junior high. How fun. I knew it was you, Tachibana. You are Tachibana, right? Ayumi Tachibana? I never would have imagined. It's been way too long, right? Good old Tachibana. Is this the only thing you can remember about me? That's why you just keep saying my name?
Well, he sure hasn't changed. Still gets way too close when he's talking to you.
So, what are you doing here anyway?
Well, I'm actually an assistant detective.
Is that right? Tachibana the crime solver. That's great. Did they let you carry a Naginata, or...? This should be an interesting conversation.
Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm actually a teacher now. I've just been assigned to this school.
I see.
You must be here investigating Eisuke Sasaki's murder, right? Let me help you. Oh, I don't know that you can, but okay. I'm so sorry to hear about Eisuke. It's just such a tragedy. A junior high kid losing his life so young? It's beyond sad. I'd like to tell the killer that I hate him straight to his face, and I want Eisuke back. I think everyone here at Minami Daisan Junior High School feels about the same. Hopefully, the kids you were just talking to helped with the investigation some. They did. They gave me lots of info. They're so brave. To be dealing with the trauma and still be able to help a detective. They were doing all right, though. One thing they emphasized was how popular Eisuke was with everyone. I also heard about some of his good friends. I see. Like Megumi Morimoto. Oh? And also Kohei Takiguchi. I see. Can I ask you a few questions about them? Yes, of course, of course. Ask me anything. Great. Thanks, Fukuyama. All right, let's ask him. We have so many topics. Sorry, Tachibana. I know I said you could ask me anything, but I don't really know anything about the case. So I'm afraid I might not be of much help. Besides, I wasn't Eisuke's homeroom teacher, so I didn't actually know him very well. Oh. Even though Eisuke wasn't in my class, he was one of our precious, irreplaceable students. Holy shit, this man wants to tell a murderer. I mean, I guess that's fair. He was still a student, but he seems very passionate for not really knowing this kid. So please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you solve the case. Okay. Okay. Well, he doesn't know anything about Eisuke. How about the school? He should hopefully know something about that. The kids do a lot of learning here, that's for sure. Well, that's good. It's a school. By the time they leave, they hopefully understand what it takes to be an upstanding citizen in the world. Of course, the other thing about school. We teachers learn a lot from our students. My students are always reminding me about what's important in life. Everyone grows at school, you see? That's how I spend my days, Tachibana. Okay. Weird. Sometimes at the school, the students are the teachers and the teachers are the students. I am not really vibing with this kid. Do you know a student named Megumi Morimoto? Megumi Morimoto? Is that what you said? Yes. Some of the kids said that she was good friends with Eisuke. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, do you know Megumi? So, yes, Megumi's a student in my class, and she's our class representative. Did he struggle with her name there? Come to think of it, she's absent today. I'm sure this has all been traumatizing for her. Yes, I'm sure that's it. I can't imagine. This is weird, right? Like, it's not just me not necessarily liking this man. There's some off vibes. This whole thing with Eisuke must have traumatized her. Yes, that's definitely what's going on. Like, please tell me you're not sleeping with your students. Do you know a student named Kohei? Kohei? Oh, Kohei Takiguchi. Yes, he's in my class. I heard that he was also good friends with Eisuke. Oh, I didn't realize that. Kohei's a very quiet, serious student. He must be heartbroken. I'm sure he could use some emotional support right now. Okay, I didn't realize he was good friends with Eisuke. Okay. This whole incident has made me realize that I'm helpless to protect these kids, even as a teacher. So, Tachibana... Yes? I'm just a helpless teacher who can't even protect my students. But if I had the opportunity to save one of them from something tragic like what happened to Eisuke, I'd gladly give my own life. His heart's in the right place. I think being a teacher is a good fit for him. I don't know. I don't personally think he should be around students with how weird he's been. It's a shame. So Fukuyama became a teacher. It makes sense. He seems dedicated and enthusiastic about it. But still, I can't help but wonder about his reaction when I brought up Megumi Morimoto. Can I ask him about that? Yeah, Megumi Morimoto is... Oh, no! I'm sorry, Tachibana. We have a staff meeting right now, and I'm running late. I should go. It's okay. Thanks for all your help, Fukuyama. It's the least I could do. I wish I could help more. Well, the information you provided has been helpful. But this investigation is only getting started.
and I'm going to be seeing it through. So I'm hoping you'll continue to cooperate with the investigation and help us solve the case quickly. Can I count on your continued support?
Yes, yes, of course. I'm happy to help.
That's great. Thank you.
See you later, Tachibana. Okay, well, that was weird. That was just weird.
After talking to some of the kids, I wonder if that's what I was like as a junior high student. Seems like Fukuyama is struggling to cope with what's happened, but I'm sure he'll be okay. I should probably head back to the office soon. I wonder if Mamoru's there yet.
All right, let's go back to the office. I assume we'll be able to recap soon. Hey, Tachibana, I should get your contact info. If I hear anything from the students, I can share it with you.
What happened to that staff meeting?
I'll let you know that the moment I have any news, or would that be a bother?
No, not at all. Here's my cell phone number.
Thank you, Tachibana. And here's my number just in case. I'll never forgive the person who did this. I vow to help in any way I can. This man is very intense about this.
Yes, I hear you.
Then I'll see you again soon. I'll keep my promise, Tachibana.
Yes, of course. I'm counting on you.
And be careful on your way home. Okay, that was weird. That was just, vibes were off on that one. All right, back at the Utsugi Detective Agency.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Mamoru. I just got back too.
Good to see you both. How did it go? What information were you able to uncover?
Well, I found out that the police withheld the info about the paper bags 18 years ago to avoid provoking the public.
So they were worried about a copycat killer. I can see how that would have muddied the investigation. I also learned about a missing person who knew the first victim. They found a lot of blood in his apartment. Interesting. Seems a likely suspect, but also possible they were involved in some unrelated trouble.
And last but not least, when I was investigating the crime scene, I spoke with a witness, the cab driver who brought me here, who saw a motorcycle parked near the scene of the crime.
A motorcycle, eh? Were you aware that a young boy also went missing around the time of the killings 18 years ago? Yes, it was Makoto Kuze, Detective Kuze's brother. Okay, I'm glad you already knew about that, Wrinkle. I was actually working with the police at that time as well. Inspector Kamada was overwhelmed with the serial murders, so he asked me to help with the missing person case. Of course, there was some speculation that the two were related. I see. The story goes that he went looking for his sister, Junko, who hadn't come home. He was never seen again. What? Wait, so what happened to Junko? I mean, Detective Kuze. She came back alone, but she looked pretty shaken up to me. Shaken up, you say? I was curious and went back to visit Junko again another day. But that time, she didn't say a word. After that, she refused to even see me when I visited. Believe it or not, yesterday was the first time I've seen her since then. Oh. I'm afraid that's all there is to that story. Now let's hear what Ayumi found. Ayumi, please go ahead.
Sure. Well, I went to investigate Minami-Daisan Junior High School, Eisuke's school. I asked around, and it sounds like Eisuke was bright, popular, and got good grades. Of course, the students were shocked by his death. They said nothing unusual had been going on. Also, speaking of Eisuke, he seems to have been especially close with students Megumi Morimoto and Kohei Takiguchi. I spoke to Fukuyama, both students' homeroom teacher, as well. Fukuyama was actually my senpai back when I was in the Naginata Club in junior high.
Oh, really?
Eisuke's in a different class, but Fukuyama still promised to help the investigation.
That's great, Ayumi.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Well, I'd like to hear you both review the evidence you've gathered today.
Your insights will be of great value to the overall investigation.
All right, let's go ahead and do our review. Try to pass our class.
Why don't I start with the serial killings 18 years ago? I uncovered some info about Detective Kuze's brother, Makoto Kuze.
All right. I mean, we can't really be sure if he had anything to do with the killings. He just disappeared about the same time. We don't know if he was actually another victim, but it was a thought because it happened during the same time.
We can't yet be sure if he had anything to do with the killings. Sounds right to me.
Yes, but unfortunately that's not saying much, and we know even less. It is true that the murders stopped after Makoto disappeared. I am curious about that.
Next, here's what we know about the ties between Eisuke's case and the killings from 18 years ago.
Alright, we don't know whether the killer from 18 years ago has become active again, so let's eliminate that one. We also don't know that it's a copycat. So once again, we can't be sure if there's any connections between this murder and the ones from 18 years ago.
We know nothing.
I'm starting to get that that's the theme.
That's right. Without evidence, we can't point to any sort of connection just yet. However, there is one thing that we can deduce. Oh, I see. You're suggesting that the killer was likely imitating
something. You're suggesting that the killer was likely imitating... Oh, the smiling man. Oops, let's see. Which is the... Oops, I can't spell today. Which was the urban legend.
Yeah, that's right.
Yay! I got it!
I think we should consider it a valid hypothesis.
Well, all in all, I'm impressed with your reasoning.
Way to play it cool there, but don't count me out just yet. I can still solve the case. As we proceed with the investigation, I'd like you to take a look at the Kuze siblings, Mamoru. I have a feeling that Makoto Kuze's disappearance is relevant somehow.
Understood. As for you, Ayumi, can you see if you can get more info from the folks at Minami Daisan Junior High?
I'm on it. But what about you, Mr. Utsugi?
I'm going to dig into the Emio legend a bit more. There's something about the smiling man that I want to confirm. I may be occupied for quite a while. Mr. Utsugi marches to the beat of his own drum. So your old senpai is a teacher at the school, huh? It's great that you have that connection there.
Yeah, that's right. Fukuyama even came to watch our club after graduation.
Sounds like a good mentor.
Totally. But boys weren't allowed to be part of the Naginata Club at his high school.
Oh, your senpai's a man? Why am I so shocked by this? Are we, like, romantically involved?
Well, yeah. Oh, also we exchanged numbers so he can let me know if he learns anything useful.
What is that look on her face? Oh, great.
Yeah. Is there something wrong? You suddenly got weird about this.
No, it's nothing. Okay, if you say so. We have a crush. All right, chapter 3, the language of flowers. I think we were going to end here if it doesn't cut me off here. It does not look like it's cutting me off here. Let me see. I cannot save yet. So, Yukariko Village. According to Mr. Utsugi's directions, the house where the Kuze siblings lived should be around here. Maybe I should ask for different directions. Alright, we are going to save and quit the investigation. All right, and we are going to end here for tonight. Actually, this seems to be a pretty solid demo. So, guess I don't know how much more we have. I may take a look into that. But we may have another stream to do on this one. Next stream is Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. So tomorrow, or today, if you are also on the East Coast with me. I'm trying to think if I have any announcements, but I do not believe so. So, as a reminder, you can look below for our YouTube links, and we've got new videos coming out. So please like and subscribe. If you have hung out for the first time, hopefully enjoyed. If you have come back, thanks for hanging out. And as always, just thanks for hanging out, everyone. Have a good night. Enjoy.